Hello viewers, a very warm welcome back to Reflex. In this video, I am going to discuss T24 solutions for subject engineering mathematics. Yet again another video in this series of Gate Pure solutions on the subject engineering mathematics. Let's start with the very first question. Question number 11 in the master course Gate 2024 AC for subject engineering mathematics of 2 marks of 1 mark MCQ type is as follows. Question number 11. Is given the general form of the complementary function of a differential equation is given by y of t equal to if at plus b is equal to minus 2t. A and b are real constants determined by the initial condition. The corresponding differential equation is differential equation पूछा है basically. Equation से given है a d2 over dt2 plus 4 dy dt plus 4y equal to 50. b d2y dt2 plus 4y equal to 50. C d2y dt2 plus 3 dy dt 2y equal to 0, sorry, equal to 50. And D d2y dt2 plus 5 dy dt plus 6y into 50. Here is the differential equation general solution दिया हुआ और we need to find the differential equation. It's not a solution for this question. It's pretty simple actually. Whenever any general solutions of this form, this is at plus b to the power minus 2t. It means the corresponding auxiliary equation has repeated root set minus 1 base 2, that is minus 2, or what you can see is the auxiliary equation will be m minus or minus 2 whole square equal to 0, m plus 2 whole square equal to 0, m square plus 4m plus 4 equal to 0. Now, m here is here what? dy dt. So, the corresponding differential equation will be what? d2y dt2 is 4 dy dt plus 4y equal to 0 is the homogeneous equation, but the general differential equation is that f of t on its axis. So the corresponding differential equation is this one, d2 by dt plus 4 dy dt plus 4y equal to f of t. So that answers the option A. So that answer for this question is option A. Now try to explain this using from the very basic approach by finding the first finding the auxiliary equation from the given general solution and then फॉर्मूला डिवीजन मेथड जैसे जाते हैं सॉल्व करता है उससे डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन हम लोग निकाल लेते हैं डी बाई डी टी को एम को डी बाई डी टी मानते हैं तो डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन इज दिस वन डी2 बाई डी2 प्लस 4 डी बाई डी प्लस 4y इक्वल टू दिस इज ऑप्शन ए and I have explained this solution in detail with steps. Hope it is clear. If you have any doubts or queries, please. Moving on to the next question. This is a get into easy solutions from the subject engineering mathematics. Question number 16 of 1 mark MCQ type from the subject engineering mathematics. The master question of get into easy is as follows. Question number 16 1 mark MCQ type. MCQ I think MSQ. It is given question here. Let I cap and j cap be unit vectors. Unit vectors along x and y axis. Respectively. And let A be the positive constant. Okay. Order is given. Which one of the following statements is true? For the vector fields. Two vector fields are given, the vector field there are f1 equal to a times I cap y plus j cap x, or f2 there are a times I cap y minus j cap x. Options are given as both f1 and f2 electrostatic fields. Option B, only f1 is an electrostatic field. Option C, only f2 is an electrostatic field. Option D, neither f1 nor f2 is an electrostatic field. बेसिकली ये वेक्टर्स पे क्वेश्चन है इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक कौन से इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड को रिप्रेजेंट करता है कौन से इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक हो सकता है दैट इज आस्क्ड among f1 and f2 a is given as a positive constant. Let's know the solution to this question. Electrostatic field, as we all know, is a conservative field. कोई भी दो पॉइंट के बीच में इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड हम निकालते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल निकालते हैं, तो वो सेम आता है irrespective of the path. It is dependent on the final states. So it is a conservative field. If a conservative field, you know, it is irrotational. Irrotational means what? Curl is 0. So we need to find the curl of both the vectors. Let's first find the curl of vector f1. How is curl determined? ijk, del x, del y, del z. First is x component is what? This one. Ay, y component is what? Ax, z component is 0. This is what? This is del y 0, 0, 0, 0. So this will be k cap times a minus a again 0, 0 vector. So as curl is 0, you can say that this f1 is vector is irrotational and the field is conservative and hence electrostatic. So this indicates electrostatic field. Let's check for f2. Let's find the curl of f2. balancing approach. ijk del x del y del z ay minus ax is 0. So 0 0 0 0 and this will be minus a minus a. So k cap times minus a minus a. So minus 2a k cap. This is non-zero. So this is not irrotational, not irrotational, not irrotational. As it is not irrotational, it is not conservative, and as we know electrostatic field is conservative field, so as it is not irrotational, it cannot represent an electrostatic field, field F2 or vector F2. So F2 cannot represent an electrostatic field, while F1 is an electrostatic field or represents an electrostatic field. So F2 is not, only F1 is an electrostatic field. So the correct answer to this question is option B. As F2 is not irrotational, so it is cannot represent a conservative field, and electrostatic field is a conservative field. While F1 is a irrotational vector, hence it represents a conservative field, and electrostatic field is a conservative field. The correct answer to this question is option B. I have explained the step, the approach of finding the curl, and from it concluding whether the fields, which are the vector fields, represent electrostatic field with proper explanation. If the solution is clear, still any doubts or queries, please feel free to ask in the comments. And that's all the solution to this question. Moving on to the next question. This is a this is solution from subject engineering mathematics. So again a 1 mark MCQ type from subject engineering mathematics. Question number 25 in the master question paper gate 2024 EC is as follows. What marks? This MSQ type also. Multiple select question. More than one can be correct. So the question is given. You have let rho x, y, z, t and u x, y, z, t represent density and velocity respectively. At a point x, y, z and time t. Assume del rho del t is continuous. Let V be an arbitrary volume in space enclosed by the closed surfaces and NB in cap the outward normal affairs. Which of the following equations is or are equivalent to del rho del t plus divergence of rho u equal to 0. Options given are option A, integration of volume del rho del t dv equal to minus surface integral rho u dot integral ds. Option B, something with the minus sign, without the minus sign, sorry. Option C is is let's know the solution to this question. Basically asked which of the following equations is equivalent to this given differential equation, differential form. Now, if we rearrange this equation, given equation, what do we get? This as taking this to RHS. This as divergence of rho. Now, let's take volume integral on both sides. Volume integral on both sides. Now, let's apply Stokes theorem. Oh, sorry, cos divergence theorem. Volume integral converts to surface integral. This converts to what? This, right? So we need to match the options. We match this one, these two, then we get option C. And after applying Gauss divergence theorem, if we equate volume integral to surface integral, we get del dot dt dv volume integral minus the surface integral dou u dot n ds. So option E. And if we do it after rearranging, if we simply equate the volume integrals, we get option C. So the right answers for the option are option A and C. As is an MSQ type question, there are multiple correct answers, options which are A and C. Okay, so the solution to this question is very basic approach, following a very basic approach. For the differential equation, we rearranged it. Put this time the RHS, then we took volume integral on both sides. We obtained one of the options. Then we applied Gauss divergence theorem. Then we convert the volume integral to surface integral, and we got the other equivalent differential equation. So we obtained the right answer A and C. I have explained all the steps in detail and solved them with proper explanation. Hope the solution is clear. If you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to ask in the comments. And that's all for solution to this typical weighted plus question. Moving on to the next question. This is get into basic solutions for engineering mathematics. Question again of 1 mark. NET or numerical answer type. Question number 13, the master question of grade 24 EC from subject engineering mathematics is as follows. Question number 13, 1 mark. Numerical answer type. It is given. Let R and R cube denote the set of real numbers and the three-dimensional vector space. Over it respectively. The value of alpha for which the set of vectors two, three, alpha. Sorry. 2 minus 3 alpha, comma 3 minus 1, 3, y minus 5, 7, does not form basis of RQ is a numerical answer type question, you have to fill the blanks. There is no solution to this question. बहुत ही आसान है. इसलिए R and RQ denote the set of real numbers in three-dimensional vector space. You need to find the value of alpha for this set of vectors does not form basis of R. For this set of vectors not to form a basis of RQ, they should not be linearly dependent. Vectors should not be linearly dependent. That is, what when it is linearly dependent, when the determinant forming the involving or containing these vectors will not be equal to 0. This determinant 2 minus 3 alpha, 3 minus 1 3, and 1 minus 1 7 should not be equal to 0. We need to find the value of alpha for this. For this will not be equal to 0. So this should be equal to 0. This will represent three-dimensional vector space when it's a basis of RQ. When they will not be linearly dependent, but so that they do not form basis of RQ, the set of vectors should be linearly dependent. They should be linearly dependent. So they should lie in a they should be linearly dependent. They should be lying in a plane. So plane means plane, not plane. Plane means R cube, R square. So plane can be formed by say x and y. It's two dimensional. If they are linearly dependent, they will lie on this x plane. The set of vectors, these vectors will lie on the x plane. For that to happen, they have to be linearly dependent. And for linear dependency, this determinant should be equal to 0. You have to solve for this determinant. Right? Let's solve. Very basic. Minus 1 into 7, minus 5 into 3, plus minus 3 into 3 minus 3 into 7, plus alpha into 3 into minus 2, minus 1 minus alpha. So from here we get what? 2 into minus 7 plus 15 minus 3 into minus 18 plus minus 14 alpha equal to 0. So 16 plus 54 minus 14 alpha equal to 0. So from here we get 14 alpha should be equal to 0 and 70. So alpha should be 70 by 14. 0.5. So that answer to the question is the value of alpha is 5. We explained how the steps are. First we should find that these vectors not to form a basis of RQ, they should be linearly dependent. They should be lying in the same plane. For that to happen, the determinant containing this vector should be equal to 0. And using that condition, I found the value of alpha to be 5. And that's the correct answer in numerical answer format for this mini type question. I've explained this. Moving on to the next question. This is of GATE 2022 easy solutions. Engineering mathematics. This is again a 1 mark MCQ type. Question number 33 on the master question paper. GATE 2022 easy is as follows. 1 mark MCQ 7. NET2. Numerical answer type. Replacement probability. Identify distributed random variables and probability distribution. Question is given us in the given question. Question number 33. 1 mark NET numerical answer type. Given. Suppose x and y are independent and identically distributed random variables that are distributed uniformly in the interval zero to one, the probability that x greater than equal to y, x greater than equal to y is it going to answer type question or finger blanks? The right answer. इसमें हमारा solution बारी बढ़ते हैं कभी आसान क्वेश्चन है. इसमें से हम लोग निकालना है what we are going to find probability of x greater than equal to y. So basically x and y are what? Identically distributed randomly. That is the probability distribution will be like this. Between 0 and 1 the probability will be 1 by 1 minus 0, that is 1. Identically distributed. Identically randomly. So basically, the required probability of p greater than x greater than equal to y will be what? Integration, double integration. The limits of fy, I mean integrand will be fy, the probability density function of y, dy, and outside is dx. The limits of y will be what? Y will be what? X greater than equal to y. So y is less than equal to x. Also y is greater than 0, greater than equal to 0. The limits of y will be what? 0 to x. And the limits of x will be what? 0 to 1. So we put the limits here. So I'm putting the limits here. F of y will be what? In the interval 0 to 1. As it is identically distributed, so the function value will be constant at 1. So we simply this 0 to 1, 0 to x, dy, dx. Now integrate 0 to 1. To integrate this, we will get what? Y, that is x minus 0, that is x. So integration 0 to 1 x dx. So we got x square by 2, limits will be 0 to 1. So I'm putting limits, we get this as half. So answer 0.5 is given. The probability that x greater than equal to y is 0.5 if x and y are independent and identically distributed random variables distributed uniformly in the interval 0 to 1. So this is the basic concept of probability density function, identically distributed random variables. Probability of probability density function, concept probability density function, identically distributed random variables. Let's solve this question. To find the probability of x greater than y is 0.5. Explain the solution in detail with steps and explanation. If you have doubts or queries, please feel free to ask in the comments. And that's all for solution to this simple question. This is not probability density function and identically distributed random variables. Moving on to the next question. This is of day 22 easy solution on subject engineering mathematics. It is of next question is of 2 marks, MCQ type from the subject engineering mathematics. Question number 36 in the master question paper of day 22 easy is as follows. 2 marks, MCQ type. It is given. Consider the earth to be a perfect sphere of radius r, then the surface area of the region enclosed by the 60° north latitude that contains the North Pole in its interior is, options are given us 2 minus root 3 pi r square, option B root 2 minus 1 by 2 pi r square, option C 2 pi r square by 3, and option D, which is 2 plus root 3 by 8 root 2 pi r square. Let's move to solution to this question. Solution आगे बढ़ते हैं. काफी आसान क्वेश्चन है, मतलब थोड़ा conceptual है. Let's draw the earth first, which is considered to be a sphere here, perfect sphere. So there are these kind of surfaces, circular surfaces, okay, infinite surfaces. Here we are required to find the surface area of the region interval is 60 degree, not latitude. Latitude is the angle subtended by any place with the center of the earth. The circular region that is like this. 60 degree, not latitude is this one. This angle should be 60 degree. Right. So basically we are required to find the area of this region. Right. Now, this is a very simple trick actually. We will do what? We will use surface area, the basic method of finding surface area in spherical coordinates. Or we can do it in other ways also, like I am showing. Let the radius of the sphere, which is R here, be R. This one. All are R, this is R, this is also R. So, the radius of the 60 degree north latitude will be what? R equal to R cos theta. Theta is what? 60 degree here. So R cos 60 degree. So it will be R by 2. Okay. Area of all any surface, any given surface of subtending angles here, general surface, that we consider for integration, say which is theta. And this angle difference is see d theta. What is the length of this thickness? This will be what? R d theta. This is arc length formula, radius into angle. And what is the area? What is the perimeter? This is the thickness. And what is the perimeter? What is the area of this region? dA will be what? Any small angular, this one. Okay, like this. This is R d theta, the thickness. And the perimeter is what? 2 pi R. From here we get this is 2 pi R cos theta. So dA will be what? R d theta times 2 pi R. So it will be R d theta into 2 pi R cos theta. So if you put simplify, you will get 2 pi R square cos theta d theta. Okay. Now total area will be what? Simply you have to integrate it. Required area. What will be the limits in this case? Limits will be 60 to 90 degree. Because it contains the north pole. North pole is what? As we all know, 90 degree north. Right? So basically it will be integration of dA, or it will be integration of 2 pi r square cos theta d theta from 60 degree to 90 degree. So if you take 2 pi r square, that is common. R is the radius of the earth. This is a perfect sphere in this case. So it will be cos theta integration. As you all know, cos theta integration is sin theta. So it will be 2 pi r square sin theta. Limits will be what? 60 to 90. Sin 90 as we all know is 1, and sin 60 as we all know is root 3 by 2. So substitute, you get 2 pi r square into 1 minus root 3 by 2. You simplify it, if you absorb 2 inside the bracket, then you will get what? Pi r square times 2 minus root 3, which is same as 2 minus root 3 times pi r square, which matches with exactly with option A. So I explained the process of finding the area, surface area of any given small angular circular surface and indicated it for the region for whose area we require to find. मैंने एक छोटे से सर्कुलर सरफेस के लिए बता के उसको इंडिकेट करके दिखा के मैंने दिखाया कि कैसे पूरा जो एरिया है जिसका हमको पूरा जो सरफेस है जिसका हम एरिया फाइंड करना है उसको कैसे निकालेंगे इंटीग्रेशन के माध्यम से सिंपल मेथड इंटीग्रेशन we found the area of the required region for surfaces 2 minus root 3 times pi r square that contains the non-polar integral. I have explained the steps in the process in detail. If you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to ask in the comments. That's all for solution of this simple question. Moving on to the next question in this series of get into solution from the engineering mathematics. Next question is also of 2 marks, MCQ or multiple choice question type from the subject complex from the engineering mathematics chapter complex variables. Question number 43 in the master question paper get into easy subject engineering mathematics is as follows. 2 marks, MCQ. It is given the question. Let Z be a complex variable. Let Z be a complex variable. If f of z equal to sin pi z upon z square into z minus 2 and C is the circle in the complex plane with mod z equal to 3, then integration f of z dz over C is dash. Options are given as A pi square j, B j pi times half minus pi, C j pi times half plus pi, and option D minus pi square j. This is not a solution to this question, very आसान question. It's a very simple question based on Cauchy's residue theorem. Cauchy's residue theorem. Which says that integration of fz dz C is given by j 2 pi j times the residue of fz within C, inside C. Now to find the residue of fz within C, C is this in the complex plane, the circle of radius 3. Right. And the points are located where? Poles are at 0 and 2. Now at 0 we have a pole of order 2. While at 0 is equal to 2 here, a pole of order 1. So I have to apply the formula, corresponding formula. Residue at z equal to 0 plus residue at the summation of residue actually. Residue at z equal to 2. Z equal to 0 is a complex pole of order 2, so we have to differentiate this. One time with respect to z after multiplying it with the z square term, that is this. Yes, this is a simple, at 0 to 2 we have a simple polar of order 1. So basically this will be order. Limit z tends to 2 sin pi z upon z into z minus 2. This will get cancelled. If you substitute 2 here, you get the residual at 0 to 2. But at 0 to 0 you have to differentiate it. This is cancelled and what we get? To differentiate with respect to 0. Applying u by v rule. Quotient rule, we get what? Z minus 2 times pi times cos pi z minus sin pi z upon z minus 2 whole square plus here if you put z equal to sin 2 pi is 0. This vanishes. Now if you put z equal to 0 here, you know z tends to 0 of course. Z equal to 0 here, cos 0 is 1. So this will be what? 2 pi z times minus 2 times pi by minus 2 whole square. Just put, you get what? Minus pi square z. Minus 2 square is 4. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 by 4 is minus 1. So minus pi into pi is pi square times z. Z is there. So basically, we have got the this value of this integral using Cauchy's residue theorem and following steps of finding the residue for whole complex polar order 2 and simple polar order 1 at z equal to 0, 1, 2 respectively, and simplified and got the answer is minus pi square j. This is option D. So what is the correct answer for this question is option D, minus pi square j. I have explained the steps in the process and shown also the steps. If you experiment doubts or queries, please ask in the comments. And that's all for solution to this simple question. Moving on to the next question in this GATE 2024 EC solutions from subject engineering mathematics. This is a question of 2 marks, MSQ or multiple skill type question. That is, it contains can contain more than one correct answers, multiple correct answers. Question 54 in the master question paper of GATE 2024 EC from subject engineering mathematics is as follows: 2 marks, MSQ. Question 52. It is given. Let F1, F2 and F3. Let F1, F2 and F3 be functions of x, y, z. Okay. Suppose that for every given pair of points, every given pair of points A and B in space the line integral f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz evaluates the same value, evaluates the same value along any path C that starts at A and ends at B. Starts at A and ends at B. Which of the following is true? Then which of the following is true? Options given are option A, for every closed path we have f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz equal to 0. Option B, there exists a differentiable function scalar function f of x, y, z such that f1 del f del x, f2 equal to del f del y, and f3 equal to del f del z. Option C, del f1 del x plus del f2 del y plus del f3 del z equal to 0. Option D, del f3 del x del y equal to del f2 del z, del f1 equal to del f del z equal to del f3 del x, del f2 del x equal to del f1 del y. Let's move on to solution to this question. Solution to आगे बढ़ते हैं क्लास question में. Is given f1 and f3 with three functions are expressed. We will be given pair of parts a and b in space. The line integral is an integral f1 dx plus f2 dy plus f3 dz evaluates to same value along any path C that starts at A and ends at B. So if this C starts at A, C be any path like this starts at A and ends at B. Irrespective of the path, the value of the line integral is same. So we can say that this is a state function. As it is independent of the path, it depends only on the endpoints. Endpoints पे depend करते हैं A और B पे, और path independent है. ठीक है? Any path से कोई path हो सकता है. C ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. तो since it is state function, for every closed path means the initial ending starting and ending points is same, like this. Right? It starts at N, again comes back at A. So if we evaluate this line integral from A to A, what do we get? And the definition of line integral, this will be equal to 0 because the starting and ending point are same. So closed path is starting and ending points are same. So the line integral is which depends only on the end points, not on the path, will evaluate to 0. So this option is correct. Let's check the other options. Differential scalar function f of x, y, z such that this. Now as this is a state function, depending only on the endpoints and not on the path. So we can call this as basically what? Irrotational function. Irrotational can be represented by scalar, any scalar function f such that this, right? I mean, f will have components of, right, this is like this, grad gradient of f, okay, which is f1 ax plus f2 ay plus f3 az, like this. So from here what we get, del f del x ax plus del f del y ay plus del f del z az. If we compare the coefficients, we get f1 equal to del f del x, f2 equal to del f del y, and f3 equal to del f del z. If we write f, the state function in this case, having only on the end points, not on the path, you can describe it as the rotational field and define it in terms of a scalar function, the gradient of a scalar function f. So this is correct. f1 equal to del f del x, f2 equal to del f del y, and f3 equal to del f del z. So option B is also correct. There exists a scalar function, differential function, if such that is satisfied. Let's move on to option C. Let's check this. This is not satisfied actually. You can check this also. Right. And option D, if we check, if we take the curl of f. Curl of f is what? Curl of this is always 0, because we have the curl of gradient is 0. Okay, right? So curl, if we take the curl of this, what do we get? ax, ay, az, del x, del y, del z, f1, f2, f3. If we evaluate the curl and equal it to 0, we get these conditions. That is del f3 del y minus del f2 del z into ax. Del f3 del y minus del f2 del z minus ay times del f3 del x minus del f1 del z plus, continue it here, plus az times del f2 del x minus del f1 del y. If you get all these three terms to 0, because this overall curve will be 0, as there is an rotational field, f represents an rotational field, so this curve will vanish, 0 vector. So these three terms will be individually 0. So if we equate these terms to 0, we get this equal to this equal to this equal to this. Basically, del f3 del y equal to del f2 del z, del f1 del z equal to del f3 del x, and del f2 del x equal to del f1 del y. So this is correct. The correct answers for this question are A, B, and D. A, B, and D. And I have explained the very basic steps in getting to how to get the answers correctly. Hope the solution is clear. Please fill in doubts or queries. Please put us in the comments. And that's all for solution to this single question. Moving on to the next question in the series of GIFT 2024 EC solutions from subject Engineering Mathematics. Question was 55 in the master question book GIFT 2024 EC. The 2 marks MSQ or multiple select question having more than one correct answers. Question 55 from the master official question paper GIFT 2024 EC from subject Engineering Mathematics is as follows. 2 marks MSQ. It is from basically eigenvectors, eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So it is given, consider the matrix consider the matrix 1k to 1. 1k to 1. Where k is a positive real number. Okay. The question is, which of the following vectors is or are, as it can be one or more than one correct eigenvectors of this matrix. The options are given as, options are 1 minus of root 2 by k, option B 1 root 2 by k, option C root 2k 1. Option D, root 2k minus 1. Let's move on to solution of this question. It is a simple question based on eigenvectors and eigenvalues. Solution to आगे बढ़ते हैं. Okay. Let the given matrix be taken as A. So let A equal to 1k. Now what we have to find? Let's find out the eigenvalues of A. How will we find out? Very simple. Characteristic values of eigenvalues of A is equal to lambda times I, where I is in identity or unit matrix, minus here order of I is 2 into 2, as A is of the order 2 into 2. So lambda I minus equal to determinant of lambda minus A is 0. So lambda by lambda is the eigenvalues. Okay. Now what we get? Lambda I is nothing but lambda times 1 0 0 1. That is lambda 0 0 1. So this will be what? Lambda minus 1, 0 minus k is minus k, 0 minus 2 is minus 2, and lambda minus 1. So determinant of this is 0. So if we simplify this and evaluate this, we get lambda minus 1 whole square, minus 1 times lambda minus 1, minus 2 into minus k equal to 0. So lambda square minus 2 lambda plus 1 minus 2, 3 minus are there, so the net will be minus. So minus 2k equal to 0. Right. So what are the characteristics of eigenvalues? Lambda minus 1 whole square minus equal to 2k. This term over here. So it will be lambda will be what? Lambda minus 1 will be what? Square root of plus minus square root of 2k. So lambda will be what? 1 plus minus square root of 2k. So this is the eigenvalues basically. Eigenvalues of A, given matrix, square matrix. So eigenvalues. Corresponding to both of the eigenvalues, we will have two distinct eigenvectors. Right. One of the eigenvalues is say lambda 1 time equal to 1 plus 2k. Another one will be lambda 2 time equal to 1 minus 2k. corresponding to each of these eigen values, हर एक दोनों में से दोनों आइगन वैल्यू के दोनों अलग अलग आइगन वेक्टर मिलेगा जो कि हम लोग को निकालना है नेटवर्क फाइंड. ओके, now we can go for the usual approach, but easier approach is what? If we go by the options, right? Right. So if we multiply these, the given matrix with the eigenvectors given in the options, we can do it easily. Let's do one by one. So if we multiply this vector with 1 minus of root 2 k, it is this matrix, this eigenvector. In fact, what we get? 1 k into minus root of 2 by k is what? Minus root of 2k. Right? Here we have to get 2 minus root of 2 by k. Okay. If we take one minus root 2k common, what do we get? 1 here. Right. We get 1 here, right? A into this matrix eigenvector, okay, 1 minus of root 2k, 2 minus of 2 root of 2 by k. Okay. So here if you take minus of root of 2 by k, we multiply this term, we get this term. You observe carefully. 1 times minus root of 2 by k is minus root of 2 by k, and minus root 2k into minus root 2 by k gives what? This minus minus will cancel and k gives cancel, then root 2 will 2. So basically, if you take 1 minus root 2 common in this term, we get this. You can check. Right? So basically what you are getting? You are getting in this form. Ax equal to lambda, Ax equal to lambda times x. So this is the eigenvector, corresponding to the eigenvalue, this one, which is lambda 2. All 1 minus root 2k. Corresponding to this eigenvalue, the eigenvector is this. For the matrix 1k to 1, as I've shown. Ax equal to lambda x. This is the x or eigen vector, and lambda is 1 minus root 2k in this case, which is lambda 2, second eigen. So 1 and minus root 2 by k is one of the eigenvectors. We'll have another eigenvector. By symmetry, what we can say, or by some logic, what we can say, if this one is minus of root 2 by k for the eigenvalue 1 minus root of 2k. So the other eigenvector will be what? of the eigenvalue 1 plus root 2 this will be, there will be plus sign instead of minus here, plus sign होगा, मतलब दूसरा आइगन वेक्टर क्या हो जाएगा 1 और रूट 2 के, ठीक है। तो एक्चुअली ये होना चाहिए, बी होना चाहिए, उस हिसाब से देखेंगे तो लेट्स वेरीफाई इट, इट्स बी और नॉट। So let's write it here. This is space. A is what? 1 k 2 1, and this eigenvector let's write down 1 of 1 and root of 2 by k. Okay. So it will be 1 into 1 1, k into 2 by root k. So root of 2 by k. So it will be what? Root 2k. 1 plus root 2k. Here it will be what? 2 plus root of 2 by k. We take 1 plus root 2 by common. What we are left with? 1 here, and here what will we get? Root of 2 by k. If you multiply root of 2 by k with root 2b, what will we get? 2. And if you multiply root of 2 by k with 1, we get root of 2 by k. So it will be basically this. So again, let's say this earlier one is x2 lambda 2. Now what we get? A into x1 equal to lambda 1 into x1. Lambda 1 is 1 plus root of 2k. x1 is 1 root of 2 by k. So A into x1 equal to lambda 1 into x1, which is of the form Ax equal to lambda x, corresponding to eigen values lambda 1, eigen value lambda 1. X1 is the eigenvector. So the eigenvalue corresponding to eigenvector corresponding to lambda 1 equal to 1 plus root of 2 is 1 root of 2 by k, which is option B. As there are only two eigenvalues, there will be only two eigenvectors, which you already found here. 1 minus root of 2 by k, 1 root of 2 by k. So the correct eigenvectors are the ones given option A and B. And the correct answers to this question, multiple select question, are options A and B. I explained the steps on the very basics of eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and derived the answers, eigenvectors, to both the eigenvalues of the given matrix. Hope the solution is clear. If you have any doubts or queries, please for the solution of this pretty simple question, please feel free to ask in the comments. And that's all for the question. That's all for this question. Solution is the question. Also for the subject engineering mathematics, the question that came from grade 20 to AC. I have provided solutions to all 10 questions. If you have any disciplinary doubts or queries, any of the questions, please feel free to ask in the respective comments. And I will be glad to answer and resolve your doubts. So, thanks for watching till the very end. That's all for this question. That's all for this video. Thank you.